G'day survivors and welcome back to another episode of Autonomous ARK. So let's try to remember the good times and not the absolute cluster that was the last episode with me trying to get the artifact of the Skylord. So what I'm going to be doing now, because I lost so many otters, thankfully we still have Matilda, our OG otter. 3.5 minutes left on that one. I don't even know how many otter babies I had missed out on. One of them literally died as I was approaching it. They will be missed. But just as an update in regards to this episode, the baseline, not that one, where is it? The baseline F that we had, the 174, with the high everything except for food and oxygen, it still unfortunately does have high movement speed, which is a little annoying, but that's okay. It's not going to affect it too much. 174 is going to be our baseline, but we did get a little baseline male. It has all the same stats, including the same movement speed amount, thanks to the egg incubator to tell me that. So we've hatched up this little guy, and as soon as it's all grown up, we are going to be breeding it with the baseline male, and I need to get started on making some kind of enclosure. Some kind of breeding enclosure to have all the fairies sort of just sitting there. And I might make a double story actually. I'm going to need a lot of eggs. I had to up the limit on the hatchery. There we go. I had to up the limit on the hatchery. Oh, another fairy egg? To 500. It was originally 50. Let's pop that in there. And what's this going to come out as? A 187. So it's got the high food. So we don't want the food. So unfortunately that's no good to us. So crack that egg. So yeah, it's that is what it is. It's fine. It's all good. So I think that's what this episode's going to be. It's just a simple making of our hatchery and waiting for that baby to grow up. Let's make another 100 of these because I've got so many narcotic. I've got so many tinto berries. I may as well. I'm going to be needing them later on in down the track anyways. How many do I have at the moment? I've got 170 at the moment. Sweet veggie cakes. I fed up the acatinas before. Wow, their food goes down fairly quick. Huh. How about that? But they are providing the goods. So this one here, like look at that. You know, we got 8.5 stacks worth of acatina paste. So I can't complain. Got a buttload of Rex and Theri eggs, so we can make heaps of kibble if we need it. It's starting to turn a little bit foggy now, which is, oh, that's just fantastic. I love it when that happens. So let us get ourselves a... Oh, how do we want to make it? Do we want to make it large? I don't remember how big necessarily the enclosures will necessarily be. So I'm going to get rid of... I'm probably going to get rid of these two Theris here. They're not needed anymore. I'm going to keep the baryonyx. I just need to sort of pop them out of the way. Because we are not done in the ocean. And Baron can still die. So I'm just going to bring these ones way over here somewhere. Come over here, guys. That's the way. Just sit pretty. Oh, not there. Alright, let's do this. So this is basically all today's episode's going to be. It's just sort of getting things prepared for our latest, I guess, latest endeavor, which is going to be breeding up and getting amounts of Theris. So I might actually do some time skips in this segment as well, and the time skips are mostly just going to be I guess things sort of just growing up. So as things have grown up, and then as we this is going to be going over a few days, this episode. So I'll bring these two. As I said, I don't need them. Oh, but they've been so good to us. Oh, but they're so rare. Do I need to? I won't. Whoa, damn. Okay, you don't have to claw at me. There we go. And you can go down to low as well. Come over here, guys. And this male's actually no longer needed. But I'm not going to get rid of this one either. You never know when you might need it, you know? You just never know. So we're going to put it up here. I might as well make them sort of facing the... yeah, I might as well bring it along here and have foundations along here, and I'll have them all facing out here. Make it look a bit picturesque, I guess. So, how do we want to do that? Let's get this. We'll get the stone there, and we'll demolish that. Oh, you didn't disappear. course you didn't. Why would you disappear? So let us... Oh, why did I pick up a thatch foundation? Or did I not pick it up? No, I didn't pick it up. Picked up the stone railing. I wonder if I should do some breeding with those ovis. I don't really think it'd do too much, especially now that I can make kibble. Where is it? Here. So we need a couple of stone foundations. Let's go with... I think I'll be happy with 5. 5. Yeah, let's go with 5. Now, how tall are they? So let's compare Thanos to... Yeah, no, really original name. Let's compare Thanos to this 2 wall high here. Okay. So it's probably about at least 3 walls high. Actually, that works out nicely. I can work with that. Yeah, I can work with that. So let's grab these foundations and put them into there. We're going to come out here and we're going to place them down here, making them face outwards. So I don't want them too far away because I still want everything to sort of be able to pick up the creatures. So if I put it there, just so it's just on the inside of that ridge, just so it doesn't look like it's sort of clipping over the edge and looking like some kind of weird block. So if I stick them up here, and then I'll have a nice sort of looking railing over here. I'll try and make it look somewhat pretty. And yeah, hopefully it won't take too long. I might do a little montage of this because I don't know, this is kind of bland in comparison to what we have been doing, so I don't want you guys to sort of just have to stick around and put up with it all. So I'll do a quick montage, I'll grab what I need to, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, so I think this will do for the holding pen. All it needs to do is have a bunch of females, basically along the bottom here and along the top. We're going to have a male smack dead here in the center, so it reaches all the females for mating. And as the male gains mutations, we're going to swap it out. So as the episodes go by, I may give you guys updates on the mutation progress. I've reduced the timer for breeding by like another 1/10 of what it was, and I even upped the speed in which babies grow. So yeah, I know it's not completely, I guess, vanilla, but it'll just take too long. If I want to be able to get videos out at a decent rate, without so much as dropping the quality in terms of the process, then it's sort of just what I need to do. So yeah, I apologize for that. Let's see if we can get something decent out of this purple. Hey! Nice! Oh, hell yeah. I think that's better than our... Yeah, it is. Nice. That was worth it. So if I ever decide to do a crafting skill segment, then yeah, I can make myself quite a nice crossbow. I don't know what the cap is for unofficial servers in terms of damage and armor and durability and all the other stuff, but that's fine. So yeah, we'll continue this segment as soon as this little guy is all grown up and we've got a few more females to add to this mix over here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys, well, I guess I'll see you guys momentarily because I'm just going to stitch the videos together from the consecutive days. So yeah, see you then. Okay guys, so we are back. So for me it's been actually 2 days, but for you guys it's probably, you know, been 2 seconds. But that's alright, we'll continue where we left off. Hopefully I don't end up repeating myself too much because I don't exactly remember. But we did get a couple of more baseline females, as you can see by baseline F. So I can fit 4 of them roughly across the side here, and then the male in the middle. Eventually I will chuck a few more females up here and hitch them across to this this post. I've already had a couple of eggs come through and I've put them into the egg incubator, so we'll quickly go over to that setup over here. I just chucked down a couple of eggs that were down here. If I can actually get to that. No, it's not going to let me. Alright, never mind. Well, we've got one here already, so I might as well quickly show the process. So there, hatchery, put it straight in. This will be another baseline female. I guess in a sense I probably should, I'm not going to worry so much about the temperature because it's not going to affect the incubation speeds all that much, to be honest. By the time I'm ready to hatch this, it wouldn't really matter. But yeah, so the egg incubator, for those of you who don't know, it gives all the stats of the egg. So it'll give the gender of the egg, it gives the level, it gives the incubation time, it gives the health of the egg. The incubation boost is just based on the temperature. So if I had this 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess degrees upwards, I'm guessing that's in centigrade or Celsius. There's no way that's in Fahrenheit. And it's also got the color regions as well as the color coding. So that's a color ID, just letting you know what color it's going to come out as. It's only showing 4 as opposed to the typical, I guess, 6 color regions because 2 color regions are not used on Therazinos. As for the parents, it'll show the mutations that it has received from the male or female side. And of course, to the right hand side of that, you'll have the health, the stamina, the weight, the melee, the oxygen, the food, the movement speed, and the... Oh, actually, I'm not entirely certain what the bottom right hand one is with the footprint there. I suppose it could have something to do with imprinting, but not entirely certain. But that's alright. So this should be running for quite a long time. I might make a little bit more refertilizer just while I speak. I'll make another, I don't know, 20? Can I make 20? Oh, I'm missing a bunch of mushies and spark powder, eh? Oh, that's not good. Mushies I can get from the swamp though, so that's not a big drag, just could be a bit of a pain. So I'll take this out, I'll pop it into here. Alright, so that will go into slot 2. This one's going to be male. Neither of these have mutations, as you can tell by the status of the titles down there next to baseline F and baseline M. But yeah, there's no point keeping the male because that's not going to do anything for me, so I'll destroy that egg before I need to incubate it or anything. So that's alright. We'll make our way down here. We do have a couple of extra additions. So we've got this little adolescent otter growing up. We've got Otto, which is super original, I know, but I've just fully imprinted this little one and keeping that one on me. So yeah, probably should try and find another female, but that's alright. In 27 minutes we'll have another. But yeah, it is all coming together. Eventually, once the female's egg is incubated, I'll hatch it and raise it up, and I'll chuck it at the top here, and obviously in a cryopod because there's no ramp or anything up here, and it'll just sit here, and hopefully that should be close enough for it to still breed with this male. And I should have a bunch of eggs to chuck into the incubator, hopefully every day. It's going to be a little bit of a slow process. Like, it can be fast. It'll be fast in the sense that I can see the points, which would be nice, but it'll also be slow that that I can only do 10 at a time, whereas normally I build just a big sort of hatching area and then just hatch out 30 eggs at a time, basically straight out of the hatchery itself. I don't think any more Castoroides has appeared here, but yeah, so I'll do one more time skip for you guys, and hopefully it should be our very first proper mutation. I don't know how long that's actually going to be. Like, mutations are, I guess, completely random. There is nothing you can do to necessarily guarantee a mutation outside of mods. So if you're doing a vanilla run through, then yeah, just breeding as much as you can is your only sort of option. We're going to be stacking health and melee into these theories, obviously. I've had to move a whole bunch of creatures out of here. How are you dropping so many eggs? I'm not even sure if the item collector reaches out that far. I'll have to double check. If it's not, then that could be a problem. Oh, you dropped 2 eggs at the same time? Even though 1 egg comes out? Oh, whatever. Okay, so range. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that it doesn't quite reach that far. It doesn't. Oy, not good. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm not going to be too fussed about that. Let's hide the range there. Alright guys, so I'm going to do another quick time... Well, quick for you. It could be a very long time for me. And yeah, we'll do the last segment of the of this episode. And I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, guys, so here we are in the last segment of this episode. It has been another day since the previous recording. That's all good. Welcome back. Well, I suppose technically you haven't really left for that long, but that's okay. So behind us, ignoring all these bags down here, it's a very slow process to actually empty out this egg incubator. It's just easier just to pick up the incubator and then place it back down again, because my god, Wildcard needs to come up with some way that you can just easily crack the eggs, like just your own way without needing to actually select it and come down to here. That's ridiculous. But we finally got the mutation we needed. Unfortunately, it is with the female as opposed to the male, but that is okay. We can get this sort of shuffled over into the male slot eventually. But I just wanted to show the mutation process. So down here we've got just the regular leveled theories, and up here we've got the mutation one. Now there's several factors here that sort of show that it's a mutated creature. The firstly is actually its level at the top. So here you can see this egg shows a 174. This one up here shows a 176. The second notifier, just going from top to bottom, is actually a color change in the region. So in this case, it's the first region there where it's got the 71 in that box. Normally it's a sort of like a silver as opposed to the brownish sort of color that we got there. Thirdly, it will actually say one mutation coming from the female side when it has the little parents section there. So obviously one mutation next to the female sign and 0 next to the male, and you come down here and obviously 0 in the female side and 0 from the male. And lastly will be a change in the actual stats itself. So we've got 34, 32, 31, 35, 3, 7, 33 and 100%. Down here 34, 32, 31, 33, 3, 7, 33 and 100%. So all of them are the same except for one singular stat. In this case that's melee, which is what we're after. So here we've got 35, and for a non-mutated we've got 33. So we're going to go ahead and hatch this one. Hatch this one here. And oh, it's got a really nice brown along its back. I actually really like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, I've got a purple. Alright, so I'll imprint on this this baby, and what I do to name it, so I know it's got 35 points into damage, so I put in 35D1, just meaning one mutation, and F because it's a female. Simple as that. And then we will change its follow distance down to low, and I'm just going to run it off the cliff. Well, not off the cliff, but off the building. Don't run your creatures off cliffs. Especially if it's a mutated baby that you're kind of needing. So what I'm going to do, and this is something that I recommend anyone who is going to do some breeding should do. Yes, you can technically stop the breeding altogether with these creatures if you wanted to, and just wait for this female here to grow up, and then you can mate it with the male here, because it doesn't matter if you're breeding with the male side or female side. Like, it doesn't matter which gender has the mutation you want, just so long as the opposite gender that you're breeding it with is always clean. And what I mean by clean is just simply meaning that the mutations themselves are non-apparent. There are no mutations whatsoever inside the ancestry tree for the matrilineal or patrilineal sides. So that's what I call clean. And I think, game is having a bit of a lag spike there, so that's always fun. But what I do, I don't turn it off, because it's easier if you have a male as opposed to female. So I'm going to let this girl grow up, and as she grows, because we need to breed her with the male anyways to transfer this mutation that she's got, into the male side anyway, where we need a male baby from this female. So that way that male baby can then start breeding with all these clean females. So hopefully that's an easy enough explanation. But the reason why I keep them breeding, despite the fact that we have the mutation already, is because there is a chance that some of these eggs that we get from them can still have the mutation we want with a male. as the baby. So it sort of skips the step of needing to breed this female with the baby, with the male, sorry. So there's no need for us to get a baby male off this female if we can get it off these ones, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that's this is probably going to wrap up this episode. Like, you guys know the process that I'm going to be taking with this now. You've seen me build this this little enclosure and whatnot. You've seen the process involved when it comes to using the, pardon me. You guys have seen the process involved when it comes to me using the hatchery. Oh, I may as well put these in and see what we got. 174, 174, 174, and 174. Okay, so all these are useless. We'll pick this up and place it back down. Just like that. Each time you do it, the temperature will reset back to, I think it's 25 degrees. But, oh well, it is what it is. There's nothing you can really do about that. Honestly, if you're using a hatchery, then, you know, this is probably only going to be good for people to not pick up if you're on official, because I can only imagine the annoyance of having to pick this up and then remake it and all that and putting it back down. And yeah, no, I don't really want to think of that. But that about wraps it up. That is hopefully the episode. I have no idea how long this episode's gone for all up, but yeah, that is going to be the starting of our mutation stacking for the theories. So we're going to get a few into melee, a few into health. I have absolutely no idea how far with it. I have done it before with theories, but I don't remember how far we actually went. I think we went to 18 mutations, but the theories did the alpha dragon and stuff a bit too easy. I know that sounds like a weird sort of complaint to have, but if you don't need to go that far, then there's no reason to sort of waste the time in going that far, if that makes sense. So I think I will go to 10. 10 mutations should do the trick. So that's 20 extra points into health and damage, and that will hopefully take us to where we need to be. And then I will also be working on trying to get a decent saddle and seeing what resources are required to make said saddles. They're going to be expensive. Alright guys, so yeah, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys found it informative and enjoyable, and I hope that I'm including you guys as much as I can in this journey. Things might slow down a little bit because there's no guarantee with these mutations. It's pure chance in regards to what I get. So yeah, thank you so much for all the support that you guys have had for the channel and for the series, and I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one.